How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hey y'all, this is Just a Touch of J, and I'm coming at you, getting ready to put it all out there in pieces, baby. What's cracking with my babies, huh? What y'all out there doing? Y'all out there shining on them? Cause they hate it, baby. Living your best life. Y'all out there doing that? I know y'all are. Yes, I do. I know y'all out there being thorough and being extra wise. And why do I tell y'all that I know that y'all are out there being thorough and wise? Because first of all, God made you that way. Yeah, shout out to you, God. And second of all, because y'all are out here listening to me. And you got to be thorough and wise if you are out here listening to me, baby, because I'm thorough. And I'm definitely wise, all right? Unless, of course, what do I say? I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing when I think about it. Every time. Unless, of course, you a hater. And what do I say to these haters, y'all? Hi, haters. Because y'all need this work, too. And why do I tell them that they need this work, y'all? Because listen, you know what happens? The haters come around. You know, sometimes haters come because they want to listen. What you got going on? What's going on? Hey. All right? And hate is nothing but love backwards. It's acknowledgement, baby. And while they out here, you know, not knowing how to express the love, they wind up getting that work too. They wind up listening. They wind up getting that knowledge and that wisdom. So shout out to y'all, okay? Because y'all need this work too, like I said. And shout out to everybody who, you know, did the whole haters passion drink. Y'all, I came up with a drink. All right, shout out to the haters again. I came out with a drink for them, right? Because haters, they hate with a passion. So it's called Haters Passion. And I dropped that on the Just a Touch of J app. You know, y'all can go ahead and check that out and make it. It's amazing. And y'all been giving me a lot of feedback about that. And we talked about it on my interview. You know, shout out to you, Sean Garvey. Yeah. And shout out to Beat Break Radio and everybody that's out there in, you know, that world, you know, that's supporting your girl, you know. Kudos to y'all. So look, let me go ahead and let me get to the message at hand, okay? I don't have time to tell y'all to go over to My Name Is All NI76 on Instagram, baby. I really don't have that time, no. And I, you know, don't really got time to tell you to check out Making Love in V's Kitchen on Instagram too. Mama been putting that work out there for y'all. Yeah, I did a whole peach cornbread pumpkin pie. Child, I don't even have time to tell y'all to go on over there, but go on over there and check it out, okay? It's coming to an app near you too, okay? So let me go ahead. Let's talk about what the issue is at hand. Mama got to drop a dime on y'all. Yes, we have to talk about distractions. Look, this is how we got to talk about it. I got to keep it 100 with y'all. This is the third time I have recorded this message. Okay? Now look, y'all. Okay? You know it's about to be good now. Because every time I record it, something happens. A freaking distraction. Yes. Like it's been cutting off. Okay now, y'all. Just a touch of J. Y'all know what happened when I try to get y'all that work. If y'all been listening to me for a while, y'all know sometimes things are cut off. Something happened. We in the studio. The mic won't work. Something. When it's a real good one, look, I don't know if it's going to be good, but I'm just let God go ahead and just leave you, child, because we got to talk about these distractions. So this is the third. I think it might be the third or the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth one. Oh, my gosh, child. We got to get this out here. I got to hurry up for something else to happen. So, look, this is Just Touch Day. We about to talk about distractions, okay? Now, look, is anybody out there getting distracted? Now, listen here. I got to talk to you about this because Mama done had 4 this week. 4. Okay, 4 distractions. One of them tried to go ahead and get me to kind of do some stuff that I was doing in the past, child. That distraction came up. I said, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Made me turn my head real quick. You know, and I said, oh, no, I got to watch that one, okay? Then I had another distraction. Then another one. I said, wait a minute, what's going on? Are y'all out there getting distracted? These things are coming up. You know, you trying to do something and, you know, things are nudging at you or something ain't right. You like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? Yeah, child, we got to talk about this. Look, let's go to the definition first, okay? This is the definition of distractions. Hold on. Let me get here because Mama got to give it to you right. The definition of a distraction is a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. Okay now. Now look, that's one, okay? Now number 2 is extreme agitation of the mind or emotions. Now that right there, that's what's going to happen if you get distracted. You're going to get agitated, your mind going to be jacked up, and you're going to get all into your emotions, baby. And this is just a touch of J. I'm about to put this out there in pieces for you, okay? So number 1, okay? First of all, what I need you to do is when you feel like something is trying to distract you, okay? You need to acknowledge it. You just say, oh, man, hold on, okay. That's a distraction. Call it what it is. Write it down. I don't know, put in your notes something, okay? Acknowledge that you know what it is. Then, number 2, you need to know who you are. Okay? I'm thorough, I'm wise. I got my life in order. I'm doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. I'm going on the right path. Okay? So now you know who you are. And you know what this thing is that's coming up against you, this distraction. Okay? And this is just a touch of J, baby. Stay with me. We got to put this thing out there in pieces. Okay? So, what you need to do, third, is get excited. Yeah, baby, I need y'all to get hyped. I need y'all to get so hyped when y'all want to run around your house, you know, do the 1, 2, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, I need y'all to get real hype. I need you to get excited. I need you to get happy because that means that you're doing what it is that you're supposed to do, baby. And y'all know about that podcast already dropped out there for y'all. You know, when things get hard, often it's because it's supposed to be hard because you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's why it's so hard, baby. So when they start coming up, and you feel it, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. Things start getting a little rough, you know. You feel like you in the boat and it's getting, you know, got a little, you on a plane, a little turbulence going on, you know, boat, little, you know, got a little rocky stuff going on, you know. You start getting a little seasick. Wait a minute, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Get excited, get hyped, but go straight. Don't turn to the distractions, right? Because remember, distraction is a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else, okay? So you gotta go straight. So look, let's just work on that right there. Let's just say you in a relationship. Y'all know I love relationships. Shout out to the Love Doctor series, baby, cause it's coming up. Ooh, child, y'all love the Love Doctor series. Yeah, it starts around April. No, I'm sorry. It starts around October and we go all the way to like February. Okay. Sometimes I let it go to like April. Okay. But we're going to be, you know, we're going to have a good time on the Love Doctor series. We have a good time with that. Y'all get to call in. I answer all type of crazy stuff. Y'all, anything y'all want to talk about, I let y'all talk about. And you know, it's uncensored. Okay. So if y'all want to listen to that, you know, it's going to be starting in October, you know, and October, beginning of November. I'll let y'all know. I'll put those pieces out there for you. Okay. But distractions, right? You in a relationship, okay? You got this relationship, y'all happy. You ain't even tell nobody really. Don't nobody know but y'all. All of a sudden, Susie calling you. She like, what's going on? You know, I ain't talked to you in a while. You like, wait a minute, hold on, where you come from? Pam like, look, you know, I rolled past your house the other day. You know, I see your car. I was going to get ahead and stop, you know, check you out. Bonquisha, y'all know I always use Bonquisha. Bonquisha, she hit you up. She like, look, you know, it's like 2 a.m. She like, you know, I wanted to come by. You know, Bonquisha. Look, she got all that stuff going on. Everything that you like, oh, she right. You know, you like, you don't like a name maybe, but you know, you like, she right. You know, she tight. But you know, it's 2 a.m. You looking, you like, dang, that's a distraction, right? Okay, or look, let me scale over here to my sisters, right? You know, he hit you up, John. You like, dang, man, John, you know, John, the CEO of the company. John got his stuff together. But, you know, you're in this new relationship. Okay. Tim, he hit you up, Tim, you know, Tim like, yo, what's going on? You know, you want to go out, you want to have a drink or two. You know, let's just go out, let's chill. You like, no, I really shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, child. Or look, Kevin. Look, Kevin hit you up there. It's about 4 a.m. when Kevin hit you up. Kevin like, look, you know, I just wanted to go ahead. You know, I just left work. You know, I wanted to go ahead, come on over there, you know, bring you some flowers I had picked up for you. You like, oh, man, no, not Kevin. Kevin's the one. You know, Kevin, y'all got history. You understand what I'm saying? But you in this new relationship. You like, no, I can't. Distractions. Okay, now look, shout out to all my kids that's out there in school, all my youngins. I love y'all. Y'all could be going through something like this. You know, all my adults, y'all in school, y'all in college, y'all like, look, I'm going back to school. Look, I'm in school. This is my last year. Oh, my God, I'm doing this thing. I'm getting A's. I'm doing everything I got to do. Then all of a sudden, y'all start getting distractions too. You know, things come up. You like, oh, man. Car breakdown, something they working with that. Can't get the tuition right. You know, something mess with that. You know, they trying to get you to go out and party too much. You messing up kind of with your classes and stuff because you trying to, you know, live your best life. You know, keep up with the Joneses when you know you're not supposed to. Distractions. All of these things are distractions. Don't do it. No. You got to go straight because you got to remember it's a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. Okay? So if these things come up, you can't give full attention to something that you're supposed to give your full attention to. All right? This is just such a J, baby. Y'all better catch this work. All right? And then you wonder why what's the second part? Okay? You get extremely agitated. Okay? That's the second part of the definition. You start getting agitated. The heck going on? You know, this and that. You know, because you start seeing that you're not on your course. Because you let these distractions get you distracted. Okay, so you start getting agitated, right? Because you was doing what it is that you were supposed to do. And living your best life. You know, doing what it is that you do, baby. Okay, and then you let something go ahead and distract you. So you get extreme. Okay, that's what it said. Look it up, baby. It said extreme agitation. Okay, and then you know what it agitates? The mind or your emotions. Whoo, child. This is just a touch day, baby. Now listen, when you get a distraction that messes with your mind, oh my gosh. Child, you can't even focus right because it tells you extreme agitation that's going to mess with your mind. Now, you know, you don't want nothing extreme that's messing with your mind. You don't want that. No. And you daggone sure don't want nothing extreme that's messing with your emotions, do you? Your emotions way over here. Then you way over here. You don't know what's going on. You trying to figure it out. You trying to juggle it. And then you know what happens? You get distracted. Okay? And then you're like a puzzle. Right? You got to put all these pieces back together. Now look, I love puzzles. Okay? Y'all know I put it out there in pieces for you. But imagine just having this big behind puzzle. Okay? 1,000 pieces or something. I don't know how many pieces you worth. Think about that. How many pieces are you worth? 1,000,000 pieces? 1,000 pieces? 500 pieces? 100 pieces? How many pieces are you worth? And you let something come along and distract you. And now you got to put all your pieces back together. Come on now. This is just a touch of J, baby. I'm trying to drop this work on you. All right, I'm trying to put this out there in pieces for you. But now you got to put all your pieces back together because you done let something get you off course. Come on now. No, something that causes extreme aggravation, agitation, okay, of your mind and your emotions. Okay? So look, y'all can't do that. No, y'all can't do that. All you need to do, I'm going to tell you how you keep it pushing. I'm going to tell you how you keep living your best life. I'm going to tell you how you get that thing right. All you do, right? You peep it and you keep it pushing. That's it. That's all you got to do, baby. This is just a touch of that, baby. Listen here, okay? I just made $1 out of 15 cents for you, baby. I just dropped that wisdom and that knowledge on you. I'm definitely giving you that Mississippi right now. Yeah, mama is putting that work out there for you, okay? All you got to do is just peep it. It's kind of like looking over your shoulder. You peep game. You keep it pushing because you have to know who you are. When you know who you are, when you know how thorough you are, you know you're going towards your purpose. You know you ain't out here doing no trickery. You're doing what it is that you're supposed to do. You don't let little things like that define you and mess you up. You keep it going. Because sometimes you got to remember, y'all, things are just sent to get you off course. Things are just sent out here in life. Shout out to all my believers. All my believers that know, okay, the enemy, definitely don't want you to win. Definitely don't want you to walk into your purpose. The reason why, look, let me go ahead and take it here because y'all know I love God now. The reason why God called you, the reason why God made you, he wants you to do these things in life. He wants you to go ahead and walk towards your purpose. And when you don't walk towards your purpose because you got distracted, okay, you want a different type of level. So you need to start working on things. You need to start identifying them. You need to start writing them down. Look, I got a vision board shot. I'll take these things. Okay, this is a distraction. That is a distraction. And then when I see the distraction, I look at the vision board and I go, okay, this is sent to distract me because this is what this does. You understand what I'm saying? This is what this does. This is how this distracts me. This is where this takes me. Okay? This is the mind frame that I get in. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay? You got to tell yourself the truth. I keep trying to tell y'all out here checking that neck. Y'all better check yourself before y'all wreck yourself. So that way you don't get distracted. So all you have to do when they come up and you start seeing things that's coming out, you're like, wait a minute, hold on, no. Don't get nervous. Remember who you are. State your authority. Okay? Understand its purpose of distracting you and what's going on. Call it what it is. Okay? Peep it. Look over your shoulder and keep it pushing. Because you cannot be like a GPS that makes a wrong turn and got to make another turn. And got to make another turn and make another turn and then make another turn for you get right back on course from where you were supposed to be. Because you're going to waste too much time, baby. And you can't be like a puzzle where you got to put all them pieces back together. Think about how much you're worth and start all over again because you done got off course. No, baby, this is just such a day. You got to get happy. You got to get excited. You got to get hype. You got to be like, yes, I'm doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. And keep on going straight, baby, and live that best life, man. And don't get distracted by things. Yeah. And you'll know. You might say, Dad, Jay, well, how do I know if it's a distraction or not? How am I going to know? Trust me. Because distractions don't get you off course, baby. Okay? I'm sorry. Distractions get you off course, baby. Things that are sent, okay, into your life that are not supposed to distract you, they don't get you off course. You understand what I'm saying? Like, of course, let's go back to the relationship real quick before we end this, okay? This is just a touch of J, baby. Let's go back to it, okay? Remember I told y'all, the guy situation, the girl situation, and you have these people that come at you. These people aren't going to come at you to try to get you to do things that you're not supposed to do. They might really just be like, oh, okay, so let's say Kevin, okay, hit you up and it's just like, I wanted to bring you back these flowers, I told you, he hit you up 4 a.m. You and Kevin got that connection, baby. All right? What you say is, what, Kevin, I'm involved with somebody. I'm so sorry. Kevin is going to say something like this. I'm happy for you. Really? Oh, my gosh. Okay, no disrespect. Cool. Kevin ain't going to hit you up no more and try to distract you. If Kevin is a distraction, Kevin going to keep on hitting you up. Kevin going to keep on trying to bother you. Kevin going to keep on doing this and doing that. And you got to resist it. You resist the enemy, it flees from you. Y'all better read that work. Okay? Because it can't do what it's supposed to do because you're not giving it attention. You're not feeding it. Okay? When you don't feed the host can't grow. All right, this is just a touch of J, baby. And Bonquisha. Okay, Bonquisha. Y'all know Bonquisha. I think that's her name. The example that I use. Okay, for the guys. You know how she do. She put it out there in pieces for you, baby. Okay, she hit you up. You like, look, no, I can't do that anymore. I'm seeing somebody. And she like, you got somebody, she a distraction. Okay? But if she's like, oh, well, all right, shoot, good for you. You know that she's not. Okay, so look, I hope y'all got the pieces. Mama got to skate on up out of here and do what it is that I do. Yes. All right, shout out, like I said, the Beat Break Radio. Everybody out there that's supporting your girl, make sure y'all check me out because I'm about to be on there from Monday through Friday, putting them pieces out there for you right now. You can check me Saturday, Sunday, 3 p.m., okay? Should be starting about October 7th, somewhere around there. And this is just a touch of J, baby. Shout out to all the other networks. Making Love and Beats Kitchen Show that's going to be coming to y'all. Yes, my Just a Touch of J's Fitness. Yes, everything, baby, that I got going on. Things y'all don't even know about. Okay? And you want to know why? Because I'm walking according to my purpose. And I'm not letting nothing distract me, baby. Because this is just a touch of J. And I was sent here to put it out there in pieces for you. Okay? So, look, moving right along. I'm going to skate on up out of here, right? Let me sing a little something for y'all. Shine on a Miss J. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Let this little light on the inside of me shine the way God told me to do it. All right, so I'm up out of here. I love y'all. How do I end this? Come on now. Take a deep voice and get myself together. So I love my babies. Y'all so thorough, so wise. Oh my gosh, I love my babies. All right, y'all ready? Who is this? Come on, y'all. What is this? What is this? What is this? Yeah, you already know. This is just a touch of J, baby. And I just had to put that out there in pieces for you, okay? So don't let nobody tell you, baby, nobody, okay? Anybody, that you ain't thorough and you ain't wise, okay? Y'all better be out here shining on them, because they hate it, baby. Living your best life. Not going back and forth with nobody, okay? Remember who you are. Remember who you are. All right? Be you. The world is just. Spread love because it's the Brooklyn way. Love yourself. All right? Remember that distractions just come. Okay? They just come. Right? To break your attention. Or for giving your attention to something that you should be giving it to. And just remember that they cause extreme agitation and aggravation of your mind and your emotions. And you don't want to have to put yourself back out there in pieces, baby. You don't. You don't want to have to gather it back up, all right? I love y'all. Until next time, baby. All right? Mwah. Bye-bye.